Hey everybody, it's me, Timmy Flowers Guy, and welcome to Timmy's Nostalgia Showcase. I'm your host, Timmy Flowers Guy. In my last episode, I talked about the Xbox 360. Well, I'm going to take a detour, and I'd like to talk about my experiences with the Game Boy Color. Now, before I talk about this, my first time playing Game Boy, I played the original Game Boy first. I played my cousin Joe's original Game Boy. And then I played my cousin Anne Marie's original Game Boy. Before that, there were iterations. There were iterations such as Color Game Boy, which were Game Boys that were different colors. Not color on the screen, but color on the Game Boy. Another iteration, Game Boy Pocket. There was another iteration that I wanted to buy because I wanted to try out the Pokemon video games. I was really into Pokemon. I really wanted to get the red version of Pokemon for the Game Boy Color. Now, those are the only games that I would play on the Game Boy Color. Alright, in 1998, I really wanted a Game Boy Color for my birthday and a copy of Pokemon Red. On my birthday, I finally got a Game Boy Color and my own copy of Pokemon Red. I played that game every day. I love my Game Boy Color. And then on Christmas, I got the Pokemon Blue version and a copy of Pocket Bomberman, or Bomberman for the Game Boy Color. Not only that, I played a lot of different games on the Game Boy Color. Pokemon games, I already talked about those. If you want to see that episode, go to the playlist of Timmy's Nostalgia Showcase, and that episode should be in there. I also played Super Mario Land DX and the original Super Mario Land. Even though I had a Game Boy Advance, the last two games I played for the Game Boy Color were WWF Betrayal, WWF Betrayal, and Dragon Ball Z, Legendary Super Warriors, on the Game Boy Color as well. Game Boy Color was a great video game system, great handheld system. The Game Boy that you're looking at right now is the exact Game Boy Color that I had. I really enjoyed everything about the Game Boy Color. There were so many great games, so many great versions, so many great games for this handheld system. Although my memories of the Game Boy Color are very brief, the system still was around even when the Game Boy Advance came out. The Game Boy Color would be discontinued many years later. And after that, the Game Boy Advance would become one of the most popular handheld systems. So, guys, thank you for joining me here in this brief episode about my experience with the Game Boy Color. This was such a great, fun handheld system. Whether you're in the classroom, or it was a free time, you need something to do, then the Game Boy Color is right for you. Guys, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next episode when I talk about
If you don't mind, Mr. Akers, I'll sit back here.
Easy, easy. Now go, go, go!
Watch that little turtle. This way, this way. Come through here. Yeah, extra points. Yeah.
With games like Super Mario Bros. Now in color, you might actually forget where you are.
Time for the bonus round.
Game Boy Color. Get into it. Easy. Now go, go, go!
This way, this way. Yeah, extra points.
With games like Super Mario Bros. Now in color, you might actually forget where you are. Game Boy Color. Get into it.
Timmy tacos.
Yeah, I'd like 2 Timmy tacos and a couple
Don't
of
even
mini...
think about it, pal.
Okay, if you don't
You're
have...
not getting anything from me, mister.
Could I speak to your manager, please?
Listen, you little blowfish. I've got a fireball, and I'm not afraid to use it. Kiss your toadstool goodbye, loser!
With games like Super Mario Bros. Now in color, you might actually forget where you are.
Oh, who goes there?
Game Boy Color. Get into it.
Yeah, I'd like 2 Timmy tacos and a couple
Don't
of
even
mini...
think about it, pal.
Okay,
Kiss your toadstool goodbye, loser!
With games like Super Mario Bros. Now in color, you might actually forget where you are. Game Boy Color. Get into it.
We'll be cruising at 31,000 feet today. It looks like smooth air, so just sit back and enjoy the flight. Alien aircraft at 2 and 10 o'clock. Oh, not again.
Ah, cripes.
They're firing at us. Arm the catapult. Let's zap those suckers. We're hit. We're hit. Get your tail out of there, man. Jump. Jump.
With games like R-Type DX and Conker's Pocket Tales now in color, you might actually forget where you are. Game Boy Color. Get into it.
Thumb Magnet, Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Finally. Something good on TV, Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Por fin. Algo bueno en la televisión. Game Boy Color. ¡Vívelo! Enfin. Quelque chose de bien à la télé. Game Boy Color.
L'ennui est mort.
Alrighty, it's Mario's turn. Uh-oh, Game Boy fall off. Okie dokie, here we go. Mamma mia, that's some...
Mario Golf on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Bueno, ahora me toca a mí, Mario. ¡Ay! Se cayó mi Game Boy. Va bene, ahora sí. ¡Mamma mia! ¡Qué mal le pegué!
Mario Golf para Game Boy Color. ¡Vívelo!
And now, look here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Stop. Now that's enough.
Disney's Beauty and the Beast on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Mickey's Racing Adventure on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Episode 1 Racer on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Force is rated E for everyone on Game Boy Color. Get into it. Land 3, rated E for everyone on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Perfect Dark, rated T for teen on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Disney's Little Mermaid 2 Pinball Frenzy, rated E on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Clear the course, make way for the Queen! Let the games begin! Long live the games! Walt Disney's Alice in Wonderland, rated E on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
It's a jungle in there. Donkey Kong Country, rated E for everyone on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
America the Beautiful. Game Boy Color.
Get into it. Get into it.
Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Quiet, please.
Love Hurts. Mario Tennis, rated E for everyone, now on Game Boy Color. Get into it.
14 up.
Love Hurts. Mario Tennis, rated E for everyone, now on Game Boy Color. Get into it.
Race across America with Mickey and his friends. Mickey Speedway, USA, rated E for everyone. Now on Game Boy Color. Get into it!
Introducing new tilt response technology. Now you move the Game Boy, not the buttons. Kirby Tilt and Tumble, rated E for everyone. Only on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Returns to Game Boy Color in an adventure too big for just one game. Rated E for everyone.
Get into it.